get ready for a nostalgic trip to Melrose Place. Where are the stars of the 1992 hit drama now in 2025? Thomas Calabro brought the cunning Dr. Michael Mancini to life. At 33 in 1992, his character's messy romances and shady schemes made him a fan-favorite villain. Fun fact, he landed the role after his Fordham classmate Denzel Washington dropped out of the production. Calabro's captivating blend of charm and chaos solidified Dr. Mancini as a Melrose Place legend. In 2025, Thomas Calabro, now 66, continues acting with roles in NCIS, Glee, and the 2020 film Influence. Married to Lisa Calabro since 2015, he's a father of 3 from his prior marriage to Elizabeth Pryor. Based in New York, Calabro remains active in theater and engages fans through cameo, delivering nostalgic Dr. Mancini moments. Heather Locklear stole the show as the fierce Amanda Woodward, joining Melrose Place in 1993 at age 31. Her scheming ad exec turned the struggling soap into a hit, earning 4 Golden Globe nominations. Fun fact, Locklear thought she was too old for the role, as she shared at Calgary Expo 2025. Her bold style and sharp wit defined Amanda, making her a 90s TV icon and cementing Locklear's status as a household name. In 2025, Heather Locklear, now 63, is thriving after personal struggles. After splitting from fiancé Chris Heiser, she's focusing on sobriety, family, and friends, often with her daughter Ava and dog Mr. Living in her Malibu sanctuary, Locklear is eyeing new roles and a potential Melrose Place reboot. Andrew Shue portrayed the charming Billy Campbell. At 25 in 1992, his character's romantic entanglements, especially with Allison Parker, captivated audiences. Fun fact, Shue co-starred with his sister, Elizabeth Shue, in the 1997 film The Saint, a rare sibling collaboration. His wholesome yet flawed Billy was a fan favorite, balancing the soap's drama with grounded chemistry. In 2025, Andrew Shue, now 58, has shifted from acting to entrepreneurship and philanthropy. Co-founder of Cafe Mom and Do Something, he focuses on social impact and family. While he occasionally produces, like the 2020 film Sensibility and Snowmen, Shue prioritizes his ventures and advocacy, staying out of the Hollywood spotlight. Josie Bissett brought warmth to Jane Mancini, the sweet designer navigating love and betrayal on Melrose Place. At 22 in 1992, her character's roller coaster marriage to Michael Mancini hooked viewers. Fun fact, she took a break in season 5 to focus on motherhood, returning for the finale. Bissett's heartfelt portrayal of Jane's resilience made her a beloved part of the 4616 Melrose Place crew, balancing the show's drama with emotional depth. In 2025, Josie Bissett, now 55, remains active in acting and writing. Fun fact, Bissett reunited with Melrose Place co-stars on the Still the Place podcast in 2025, sharing set memories. Living in Seattle, she balances family, fitness, and philanthropy, advocating for child welfare. Doug Savant played Matt Fielding, the compassionate social worker and one of TV's first openly gay main characters on Melrose Place. At 28 in 1992, his groundbreaking role brought quiet strength to the show's drama. Fun fact, his character's kiss with a guest star was cut by Fox due to controversy, a decision Savant later called cowardly in a 2025 interview. In 2025, Doug Savant, now 61, continues acting, best known as Tom Scavo on Desperate Housewives. Fun fact, Savant joined the Still the Place podcast in 2025, reminiscing about Matt's impact on TV representation. Living in Los Angeles, he focuses on family and occasional roles, staying connected to fans through conventions. Savant supports LGBTQ+ causes, honoring his pioneering Melrose Place legacy. Grant Shue portrayed Jake Hanson, the ruggedly charming motorcycle-riding handyman on Melrose Place. At 30 in 1992, his character's steamy romances and blue-collar grit made him a heartthrob. Fun fact, Shue met future wife Catherine Lanassa on set when she guest starred in 1995. His intense chemistry with co-stars like Heather Locklear drove the show's drama, cementing Shue as a 90s TV icon. In 2025, Grant Shue, now 63, remains active in Hollywood, starring as Blake Carrington in the CW's Dynasty reboot until 2022. He's appeared in Devious Maids and guest roles on The Family. Living in Los Angeles, he enjoys family life and supports arts charities. Fans are buzzing about his potential involvement in a Melrose Place reboot. Courtney Thorne-Smith played Allison Parker, the naive yet resilient advertising assistant on Melrose Place. At 25 in 1992, her character's tumultuous love life, especially with Billy Campbell, drove early season's drama. Fun fact, she improvised a memorable drunken scene in Season 2, showcasing her comedic chops, as revealed in a 2025 interview. In 2025, Courtney Thorne-Smith, now 58, continues acting, known for roles in According to Jim and 2.5 Men. She recently appeared in Hallmark's Emma Fielding Mysteries. Living in Los Angeles, Thorne-Smith writes self-help books, like Outside In and Advocates for Body Positivity. She's open to a Melrose Place reboot, keeping her 90s legacy alive. Jack Wagner played Dr. Peter Burns, the charismatic and manipulative surgeon who joined Melrose Place in 1994 at age 35. A Missouri native, Wagner was already a soap star from General Hospital. Fun fact, Wagner's real-life singing talent was woven into the show, with Peter performing at a charity event in Season 4. His smooth charm and scheming nature made Dr. Burns a pivotal figure, adding fiery tension to the Melrose Place complex. In 2025, Jack Wagner, now 66, remains a TV staple, starring as Bill Avery in Hallmark's When Calls the Heart. He's also appeared in Wedding March films alongside Josie Bissett. Fun fact, he joined the Still the Place podcast in 2025, sharing Melrose Place memories with fans. Laura Leighton portrayed Sydney Andrews, the scheming yet vulnerable younger sister of Jane Mancini on Melrose Place. At 24 in 1992, her character's wild antics, from blackmail to romance, made her a standout. Fun fact, Sydney was meant to die in Season 3, but fan love kept her alive, as Leighton shared at a 2025 convention. In 2025, Laura Leighton, now 57, continues acting, known for her role as Ashley Marin on Pretty Little Liars. She's appeared in Code Black and Hallmark films like Mending Fences. Living in Los Angeles, she supports children's charities and enjoys family life. Fans hope to see her in a potential Melrose Place reboot, keeping her 90s icon status alive. Marcia Cross played Dr. Kimberly Shaw, the unhinged psychiatrist who rocked Melrose Place. At 30 in 1992, her character's wild arcs, from faking her death to sporting an iconic scar, made her a soap legend. Fun fact, her wig reveal as Kimberly in Season 3 was a last-minute plot twist pitched by Cross herself, as she revealed at 90s Con 2025. In 2025, Marcia Cross, now 63, is best known as Bree Van de Kamp on Desperate Housewives. Fun fact, Cross joined the Still the Place podcast in 2025, sharing Kimberly's impact on her career. Living in Los Angeles, she advocates for cancer awareness after surviving anal cancer in 2018. Fans are eager for her potential return in a Melrose Place reboot, celebrating her enduring 90s legacy. Daphne Zuniga portrayed Jo Reynolds, the tough yet vulnerable photographer who joined Melrose Place in 1992 at age 30. Her character's gritty storylines, including a custody battle and stormy romances, added raw intensity to the show. Fun fact, she pushed for Jo's darker arcs, drawing from her own experiences, as shared in a 2025 Soap Opera Digest interview. In 2025, Daphne Zuniga, now 63, continues acting, with roles in NCIS and Hallmark signed, sealed, delivered. Living in Los Angeles, she's an environmental activist supporting climate initiatives. Fans hope for her return in a potential Melrose Place reboot, celebrating her lasting 90s legacy. Rob Estes played Kyle McBride, the brooding restaurant owner and former Marine who joined Melrose Place in 1996 at age 33. His character's intense romance with Amanda Woodward and battles with alcoholism gripped viewers. Fun fact, Estes and his then-wife Josie Bissett, who played Jane, were a real-life couple during filming, adding authentic chemistry to their scenes. In 2025, Rob Estes, now 62, continues acting with roles in After Films and See Dad Run. He appeared in the 2023 thriller Beautiful Disaster. Fun fact, Estes joined the Still the Place podcast in 2025, sharing Melrose Place memories with co-stars, including Bissett. Living in Los Angeles, he focuses on family and producing. Kelly Rutherford portrayed Lily Vander Woodson, the glamorous and complex socialite on Melrose Place. At 28 in 1996, her character's tangled relationships and family drama added sophistication to the show. Fun fact, she wore her own designer clothes for Lily's high society scenes, as she shared at a 2025 fan convention. In 2025, Kelly Rutherford, now 57, is best known as Lily Vander Woodson on Gossip Girl. Fun fact, Rutherford joined the Still the Place podcast in 2025, reminiscing about her Melrose Place days with co-stars. Living in Los Angeles, she's a fashion influencer and supports children's charities. Fans are buzzing about her potential role in a Melrose Place reboot, celebrating her enduring 90s charm. Brooke Langton played Samantha Riley, the charming artist from Maryland who joined Melrose Place in 1996 at age 26. Her character's romance with Billy Campbell and dramatic entanglements, like her fugitive father's chaos, hooked viewers. Fun fact, she improvised a heartfelt scene with Billy at the Melrose pool, as shared in a 2025 Soap Opera Digest interview. In 2025, Brooke Langton, now 55, continues acting with roles in Friday Night Lights, The Last Ship, and the 2018 film Shifting Gears. Living in Los Angeles, she joined the Still the Place podcast in 2025. Fans hope for her in a potential Melrose Place reboot. Jamie Luner portrayed Lexi Sterling, the cunning and glamorous real estate mogul who joined Melrose Place in 1997 at age 26. Her character's manipulative schemes and fiery romance with Peter Burns electrified the show's later seasons. Fun fact, she ad-libbed Lexi's iconic quip, "Money talks, darling," in a season 6 scene, as revealed at a 2025 Fan Expo. In 2025, Jamie Luner, now 54, continues acting, starring in Hallmark's Murder at the Murder Mystery Party, 2023, and Lifetime thrillers like My Diary of Lies. Fun fact, Luner joined the Still the Place podcast in 2025, sharing Lexi's impact with co-stars, delighting fans. David Charvet played Craig Field, the ambitious ad exec with a privileged edge on Melrose Place. At 24 in 1996, his character's romantic entanglements and rivalry with Billy Campbell stirred drama. Fun fact, he met Elton John, a Melrose Place superfan, who knew Craig's storyline by heart, as Charvet shared in a 2025 People interview. In 2025, David Charvet, now 53, has left acting for construction, co-founding Jones Builders Group in 2008, building luxury homes in Los Angeles. Fun fact, he partnered with Burn LA to expand fitness studios, with plans for Miami and New York, as noted in a 2025 Yahoo interview. Alyssa Milano played Jennifer Mancini, the spirited younger sister of Michael Mancini, on Melrose Place. At 25 in 1997, her character's bold flirtations and tangled romance with Craig Field brought fresh energy to the show. Fun fact, she pushed for Jennifer's tough backstory, drawing from her own experiences, as shared at a 2025 fan convention. In 2025, Alyssa Milano, now 53, remains a Hollywood force, known for Charmed and Insatiable. She hosts Project Runway All-Stars and produces podcasts like Sorry Not Sorry. Married to David Buglieri since 2009, she has 2 children, Milo and Elizabella. Fans are excited for her potential role in a Melrose Place reboot, celebrating her enduring 90s legacy. Patrick Muldoon played Richard Hart, the charismatic fashion designer with a dark edge on Melrose Place. At 27 in 1995, his character's turbulent romance with Jane Mancini and obsessive tendencies fueled intense storylines. Fun fact, he performed his own stunts in a dramatic car chase scene, as he shared at a 2025 Fan Expo. In 2025, Patrick Muldoon, now 57, continues acting, starring in low-budget films like Marlowe 2023 and Dakota 2022. He's also a musician, releasing singles through his band, The Sleeping Masses. Fun fact, Muldoon joined the Still the Place podcast in 2025, sharing Richard's impact with Melrose Place co-stars. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.